Hi, my name is Nicole and I'm a grateful believer. I never felt like I mattered anyway, so what would it matter if I made this decision? So it was a secret, and another secret, and another secret, and then the decision. I had to come to terms with myself. I was in between relationships when it happened, when I did become pregnant. One of my major secrets was having an abortion. And I lied about it for so many years. I was in college at the time and graduated with a degree and just was able to play those masks and survive it. My voice doesn't matter anyway, nobody's gonna listen. And that can go back to when I was 13 years old in the situation that I had with my mom, when I had to admit to her that I was raped by her best friend's son, and it was my fault. So that just caused this switch, this light switch to come into my life that I could either turn on or turn off. And I lived in the turn off mode for so long and just internalized it. For an additional 16 years, caused more resentment, more lies, more hurt, more hurting of people, until May 24th of 2012, when God brought me to my ownership of life. I just cried and I said, okay, God, what is it? Help me. He had been pulling at me for so many years. I mean, that one lost sheep that's not just a story. You know, he leaves his 99 and he goes for that one lost. But until I realized that I was like that one lost sheep that mattered, because I was lost for so many years, and the people who were supposed to love me and who I was supposed to matter to didn't do that for me. So I didn't trust that God would do that for me either, until I wrote my suicidal letter and my intentions. And God says, it's not happening.
So it's like writing a resignation letter and then the boss says, I decline your resignation.
Yeah, he completely declined my resignation letter. And I never thought I'd be more grateful for that, because I lived in so much fear that my life didn't matter. And when I heard him say, you matter, you're mine, it's like, what? I'm whose? So it was actually in 2013 that I was able to say those things out loud, that what my life looked like from my story. We can all talk about grace. We can all talk about unconditional love. We can all speak those words, but we don't know what they feel like. When everything that you have played in your head and your heart, that hamster wheel of stories and lies, and no, if I tell somebody my deepest, darkest secret, they're not gonna accept me. And when you say that out loud, people are like embracing you and loving you and really truly feeling that genuineness from someone. But every time I get to speak about it, it reminds me how beautiful he is. 'Cause I forget. We all forget what unconditional love looks like, what unconditional grace looks like, what unconditional forgiveness looks like. So when I get to share and I get to do something like Celebrate Recovery or sharing here, and he reminds me of that, and I'm just like, okay, I know I'm having a bad day, and thank you for reminding me that I'm yours. But I never thought ownership would be freeing. I never did, because I thought ownership would be discipline, and ownership would have to be condemning. But taking that ownership of life and the mistakes and the choices that I made just opened up God's pathways to create this. And that's his beautiful glory and his beautiful daughter that I never knew I was. You gotta give it back. You can't keep it in. You have to give it back. And you have to be fearless in saying things out loud. Fearless.